conscious mind is very powerful as a source of imagination. I say, in contrast, what is the subconscious mind? I go, completely different function. The subconscious mind is really the mind that is the equivalent of what is called a record playback mechanism. It is a recording device. It records experiences and behaviors and makes a program out of them. So it's sort of like a CD player, and from the looks of the audience, like my age, it used to be called a tape player. What does it mean? You can record a program, and then every time you push the button, the program plays again. Well, this is great. And you say, why is it great? Because a lot of people look at the subconscious mind and say, that's where all the evil stuff comes from. I go, no, you got it totally wrong. Don't blame the subconscious mind. It's a machine. It records, it plays back. So look at your CD player, your tape player, and tell me, is that a good player or a bad player? You know, is that the evil player? No, it's the programs that can be good or evil. The subconscious mind is the habit mind. Learning how to walk, learning how to ride a bike, learning how to drive a car, learning how to respond to another person. These are programs that are downloaded. I say, where do the programs come from? Well, instincts and experiences are built in. Your experience of learning how to walk is an experience that's still in a program. Thank God you got the subconscious, or you wouldn't have been able to get here today. Every day you'd wake up and say, okay, how do I walk again? And you start all over. Now I need to tell you the most important part. The most important part is this. The fundamental programs in the subconscious mind did not come from you. They were acquired behaviors, acquired beliefs. Acquired from where? Okay, now the story gets a little more intriguing, because if my beliefs are going to control my biology, where the hell did my beliefs come from? Thinking begins around age 7. Calm consciousness is the characteristic frequency, the predominant activity, until around age 12, and then all of a sudden it ramps up to a higher vibration called beta, which is the schoolroom consciousness. This is why education changes between 7 and 12 is a different form of education than after 12, because after 12, a child is capable of more complex thinking, more complex consciousness. Well, it's a very pretty chart. The colors are very nice and all that. But what's the most important part? And the important part is this. The first 7 years, a person is not experiencing consciousness. In the first 7 years, the predominant activity is theta. Theta is hypnosis. It's hypnosis. I say, why is it relevant? And the answer is simply this. How many rules does it take to be a functional member of a family in a community? Thousands. Thousands of rules. What are you going to do? Give an infant, here's the big book of how to be a member of the family in the community. A kid can't read the book, so it doesn't make any difference anyway. So I say, yeah, but nature took advantage of the situation by doing what? Putting the child in theta for 7 years, which is what? Hypnosis. I say, why is it relevant? The child is recording, like a video recorder, recording the parents' behavior, the siblings' behavior, the community's behavior. It's not thinking, it's downloading, just as a video recorder would put the image into the subconscious mind. So the behaviors that are downloaded in the subconscious mind are not anything connected to what you want in your life. They came from observing other people. Your parents, your family, and your community. And I say, well, this is really important because this is where enculturation comes from. How do you become a functional member of a culture? You have to behave as people behave in the culture. So you get these programmings without thinking, without consciousness, and here's the most important part, no filtration. There is no conscious mind to observe, ooh, that's a lousy behavior, Mom, I don't want that one. No, you just got it. You got all these behaviors. They're all downloaded. And the most important part is finding out who you are. Who are you? How do you know who you are? And in the first 7 years, you know who you are from what? Other people telling you who you are. Oh, you're the most lovable, wonderful child that ever came on this planet. You're capable of doing anything. You are so smart. You are so powerful. You are a creator, and you're wonderful and lovely. That was not my parent, and I probably wasn't your parent either. What we got were from parents' criticism. And consequently, almost all of us have been detracked, thrown off the line. Why? Because most of us got so much criticism. And I say, why is it relevant? And this becomes the most important aspect of life. Because if you become self-critical, then guess what? You don't love yourself. because we can't even buy love from somebody else. If somebody says they love you, and you go into your conscious mind, subconscious mind actually, and you go in there and you look at the data, and then you think, well, that person has no quality control, because if they really knew me, nobody would love me. And then guess what you'll do? Mind takes the program and makes it coherent with the reality. If you don't love yourself and someone says they love you, what do you think you will do? You will push them away. You will push them away. It'll have a relationship, it'll break up, and then go, what the hell happened here? And you push them away, and I go, why did you do that? And the answer was this: you had to prove you were right. I know I'm not lovable. Now that person left, I know I'm really not lovable. And now all of a sudden, coherence. Not lovable program, not lovable reality. Okay? So all of a sudden, we start to find that these are the programs. According to cognitive neuroscientists, we are conscious of only about 5% of our cognitive activity. I say, why? And here's the answer. Consciousness is not only imagination, consciousness is thinking. I go, thinking? Yeah. I say, why is it relevant? Because thinking is an inside job. If I asked you right now, okay, so tell me what you're doing on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. If you're going to seriously answer that question, it's not in front of you, it's not on the floor, it's inside. And I say, so the moment you are thinking, guess what you do? You let go of the control. You let go. Why? Thinking is inside. I'm not paying attention to what's going on outside. We sabotage our lives 95% of the day playing programs of disempowerment. And we are the ones that don't see it. All you see are the results. It's just not the life I wanted. It's not the love that I was looking for. I'm going, oh, that's conscious creative wishing. You're not operating from that. And yet, it's the story of the Matrix. That, people look for the Matrix in science fiction, that movie, and I say, no, it's a documentary. Everybody got programmed. Everybody's programmed, but what's unique in the movie? You got a chance to take the red pill and the blue pill. If you take the blue pill, you wake up and you're back in the same old world and everything's exactly the way it was. But they say if you take the red pill, you get out of the program. And I go, guess what? Almost every one of you has taken the red pill at least once. And when was that? When you fell in love. When you fell in love, guess what happens to the mind? It stops thinking. When you fall in love, you keep your conscious mind present. You stay mindful. Why? Well, if you've been looking for this your whole life and a person shows up, this is not the time to think. And I say, what's the result of not thinking? I say, then two people who come together who are not defaulting to subconscious are now engaging conscious, which is what? Wishes and desires. And what did they create? Heaven on earth.